A group of baseball lovers from our area plan to surprise some kids in Cuba with a delivery that will fit like a glove. It's a big swing that's sure to have a home run finish with help from the Central Coast community. They look pretty heavy to me.
That's 50 pounds.
This is how Carpinteria resident John Parsons and 4 friends are packing for Cuba next month. They are planning to surprise many kids in the poorest areas with baseballs and gloves. It started on one of his trips in 2016.
I had one suitcase about this filled, about 50 gloves.
He's now hoping to get enough to fill at least 5 suitcases.
I got them from donations and from thrift stores mainly. Thrift stores have been my go-to from the very beginning.
Prior to COVID, one drive even had gifts for little girls who didn't play but were not to be left out. The trip goes to Havana and out to remote fields, to kids who have very little to play with and very little to dream with.
I did see a boy playing with a cardboard box, and they're throwing a potato.
Parsons recalls the first delivery when he went right to the street kids.
With no shoes on, nothing. And so I brought a backpack with gloves, and I found about 5 or 6 kids. And I gave them the gloves, and they immediately started playing with them and throwing the ball around. And
for some, he did some coaching, even though baseball is a well-known sport in Cuba.
I had to teach them how to throw because they never threw a ball before.
Or caught it in a mitt.
Or caught it in the mitt, yeah.
After seeing a crying boy when they came up short one glove.
That broke my heart, and I kind of saw where he was staying, and I went back the next morning and gave him a glove, and he was still crying. He was happy. But this would be a fielder's glove.
These donations are both new and used, large and small, left and right-handed. One of the Carpinteria drop-off spots is Brew and Q, and there's still room for more gloves or baseballs. Recently, during a collection, a Kenny Loggins guitar was a prize for raffle tickets to raise money for the extra luggage costs. This is also a twice-delayed trip by the pandemic.
I was so heartbroken. We had this trip planned out so well, and we end up ultimately losing our airfare.
Parsons is a professional photographer. He captures the images of the kids who get the gloves, often in a spontaneous stop in a once-in-a-lifetime connection.
We just get out of the van and start handing out gloves to kids. Before you know it, there's 20 kids, surrounding you. But these kids are so innocent, and they're impoverished. They're so poor over there that this could change, is a life changer. They sleep with these gloves under their pillows.
Those who donate gloves can also sign them for the kids. One of them will get my blue Dodgers glove.
There it is. They're going to look that up and think there's a big baseball player by that name.
And the back also says prime time.
The kids, maybe one day when they grow a little older, they will pursue a baseball career, or college at least in the States, and that would make my day.
These gloves and all the incoming donations will land in Cuba, about 2,300 miles away, on January the 9th.
Classics. Yes, this blue one, especially from you, John.
And for those of you who want to get involved, they are in need of more gloves, baseballs, the hard balls, not the softballs, and a few more suitcases. They're collecting at Brew and Q. It's on Carpinteria Avenue, right next to Linden Avenue in Carpinteria, and they'll be collecting for at least the next week, but they're going on January the 9th.